My name is Roy James from MyPayCalendar. I'd like to show you how MyPayCalendar works. Let's first type MyPayCalendar into the Play Store. If you write MyPayCalendar in capitals, all in one word, how I've written it, it should come up. Now let's open it up. As you can see, this is the calendar mode. It's set to November. It gives you the date we're already on. But I'd first like to show you the Hourly Pay Selector. Let's go to the Hourly Pay Selector by accessing it via main menu with the three bars. Let's go to Hourly Pay Selector. Hourly Pay Selector. You will be greeted with a menu like this. This is the simple mode, the original mode, probably what applies to maybe 90% of you. So, let's start off with putting in £10 an hour for your day rate. And let's say the shift length is 7.5 hours. Let's say the overtime rate is £13 an hour. And then let's say the weekend rate is £15 an hour with a shift length of 7.5 hours. And then let's say our weekend overtime is £18 an hour. And we save. That's your simple mode sorted. But let's say you're working days and nights and you're getting weekend overtimes and it's all getting a bit horrifically complicated. Then we can use the advanced mode. Advanced mode. So for advanced mode, you've got to set in some time parameters. So let's say your basic day rate is a 9 to 5. So we set a 9 a.m. and we finish at 5 p.m. which you'll have to write in the 24-hour clock of 1700. We then put in your day rate, which is £10 an hour. Then let's say we have our night shift, which is going to be a 6 p.m. or 1800 to a 6 a.m. You can also use this if you want to too. And now you have your night rate your night shift set. And let's say you get paid a generous £12 an hour. Now, let's go to the overtime rates. Again, we can set it as an industry standard of 1.5 times or maybe 1.2 times for the day. And then we get a 1.3 times because they recognise you working at night is a bit difficult. And then we set a shift length. This is when your overtime kicks in. If your system operates differently, you can do it exceeding hours per week, but don't do both. It could make things a bit complicated. And then finally, you have a weekend rate of maybe £18 an hour, but only on a Sunday because they consider only a Sunday to be weekend. So now we are saved. Now let's input some of that information into the calendar. So if we go on the 4th, which is a Saturday, or rather, let's cancel that, close that. Let's say we are working on the 12th, which is a Sunday, and we work 7 a.m. to 1500. And we have 0 hours of unpaid work because they pay you for your break, throughout your break. Then you have a total of 144, which is the weekend rate. Let's say this is still wrong. Either MyPayCalendar hasn't quite been able to work out your numbers, or you haven't quite been able to input your hours properly, or your boss has decided to be really generous and pay you £250 because it's Christmas. You can always manually override. And when you manually override, it will come up in a different color to demonstrate that. We also have advanced mode, where you can put in different times and rates and so on if you need to do that. Now let's go back to default. You've put in the override. Boom. And it's a dark green. Let's say it's a weekday standard 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So 1700. And then we put in 0 hours unpaid break. it's now gone back to your day rate of £10 per hour. Submit. And as you can see, it's light green to indicate the calendar calculator have perfectly interfaced. Now finally, I'd like to show you list mode, which shows you your numbers, which you've already written down, and also your wage summary, which, as you can see for November, has totaled your hours and how much you're owed. You can look at it, if you've used the advanced timesheet feature, you can look at it through that, or you can look at it through simple timesheet for a pay breakdown. This summarizes the key features of MyPayCalendar. There are other modes to consider, and we would love to do more videos and receive some of your feedback for clarifications. I look forward to hearing your comments soon. Bye for now.